Hey YouTube, this video is going to be a little bit different than the videos I've done in the past. For those of you who don't know, Llewellyn had a 35% off sale on their entire site a few weeks ago. So I just wanted to do an unboxing video, show you what we got, and some initial impressions. Now there's a lot of stuff in here that I've wanted to get for a while, this being one of them, and just with other books that are coming out or for other reasons, I just didn't purchase them. But at 35% off, that was quite an incentive. The first thing I got here was something pretty small because I was tired of always checking apps or calendars for astrological events in the year. I'm still fairly new to astrology, but this was a good little reference. I think it was like $5 or $6 with the sale. So I went ahead and picked it up and look forward to using it and kind of getting a better idea of what's happening in the sky. Next is the Llewellyn's Witches Datebook 2022. Something similar, but a little bit more robust. My wife likes to get these every year. I think this is the 3rd or 4th year she's gotten one. They are very interesting, and between the two, this would probably be the one I would choose. Little spiral and spiral spine on the back, and definitely made to be used and filled up with notes and anything else that you might find useful. One series that Llewellyn is doing, and I don't know how long they've been doing them, is I guess I would just call it the Witches series. You've got the Witches Ultra, the Witches Cauldron, the Witches Athame, the Witches Wand, I think is another one. And there's a lot of books like this, little small books that go through and just go into detail about how these tools are used in witchcraft. And I think these are some of those little small gems that, they're not, super expensive, really dense, hard to read, really complex books. But I think these are gems that people who are just starting out or people that just want to go back to the basics, I think these books are very good for that. I think a lot of times we want to jump in deeper than we should, and these little books kind of give, if nothing else, maybe a fresh view on these tools and practice in general. Weave the Liminal, Living Modern Traditional Witchcraft. This is one that I have heard about for a while, and when we saw this was in stock during the sale, we went ahead and picked it up. Again, one of the more well-known books, kind of like The Psychic Witch, The Solitary Witch, and other books. Llewellyn really has a lot of affordable, informative books on witchcraft, and I think that's a very good thing, and I love to support them. Wiser is another book like that. They do a lot of stuff with Crowley. I prefer Llewellyn. Before this, I had 2 Llewellyn books, the 3 books of Occult Philosophy hardback, and Demonology of King James, but I'm going to be adding quite a few to that lineup. Next, Maiden Mother Crone by D.J. Conway, The 3 Faces of the Goddess, Hecate. Very nice glossy cover, and it goes through the different aspects of Hecate, the goddess as the mother. A lot of art, a lot of pictures, which is good to help kind of tie everything together. The goddess as the crone, Valkyries, meditations, and then you've got like a reference in the back here. So this should be a very good read. We have a lot of books on Hecate in this house, and this will be a fine addition. The Horn God of the Witches, Jason Mankey. This one just sounded very interesting. I'm not sure of the, beyond just, like it says here on the back, beyond the idea of the Horn God, Pan. You see some information there on the back if you want to pause it. I've had a lot of interest in Pan, and in some relations, his correspondence to the devil, of course, the horn being the goat. There's a lot of similarities. So I think this will be very interesting. I've read Pan Paradox and a few other books on Pan, nothing too notable, but I've got some pretty good hopes for this one. And the last one that my wife wanted to get was Mansions of the Moon for the Green Witch, complete book of lunar magic. She has a couple other Green Witch books, very much into herbalism. So this will be a good companion to some of the other books that she has. And I'm going to stop giving my opinion there because that's about as far as I go with herbs, beyond what I need for my rituals. So, okay, now the last two. The Veritable Key of Solomon, Stephen Skinner. This is volume 4 in the series. Unfortunately, you can see it got a little bit of a ding there. You can tell what the last book is. But I wanted to get these books for a while. Stephen Skinner is one of the most well-known high magicians of our time. I wanted to get these books, and when I saw that they were included in the sale, it was a no-brainer. I'm starting with this one. I think it's a good place to start because it expands on the keys of Solomon and a modern day application using those practices in ritual. So beyond my initial impressions of this book, whenever I can actually get to reading it, you can see on the back here he has a ton of other books, usually around $60 each. So I don't plan to get all of these, but there are quite a few. The Goetia of Dr. Rudd. There's quite a few on here. Techniques of Solomonic Magic would be another one. Those are probably the two I would get next. But again, I've heard great things about these books, so I wanted to add them to my collection. And last one is Israel Regardie, The Golden Dawn. Probably going to be the biggest book on my bookshelf, even bigger than the 3 books of occult philosophy. This is one that I've wanted to read for a while. It's just, it's the Golden Dawn. How could you not be at least a little bit intrigued on ceremonial magic and all this information that was very, what's the word I'm looking for? There were a lot of issues that the Golden Dawn had with Israel Regardie releasing all this information to the public. Their practices, their rituals in great detail. So I'm excited to read through this and see what the most well-known group of ceremonial magicians was up to, and maybe find some new things to implement of my own. So hopefully you like this video. Again, I don't do these a whole lot because I mostly specialize in the more limited hardbacks, but Llewellyn definitely deserves a spot on this channel. And if you have any questions or comments about any of these books, let me know. Thanks.